And it's in a crisscross design, set in sterling silver, which you'd really never know, because all of those prongs are then covered in black rhodium. Now I'm going to show you a pendant that's coming up in just a little second, but if you don't mind, I'm going to move that to the side for a second so I can show you the close-up of this ring. I mean, it's great when we give you that little shot there on the screen, but when you really see it live and get a sense of the size of this, let me measure it at its widest here. So 3/8 of an inch long, 3/4 of an inch wide, and stones for stones for stones. There's a really cool story, by the way, about the origination of these stones in Thailand. First of all, let's talk about color matching here. It's one thing to have one ruby that's faceted. Any of us would not turn that down. But it's the same story like I was talking about with the black spinel. When you have a stone this clean and vivid and beautiful, and you happen to be able to find dozens of them, in which the shading is perfect and the clarity and the color is the same from stone to stone, then you have a treasure. And look at how no detail's been spared. They pour down the side and touch and meet. This is seamless. And the way that those prongs are set in such a way not to compete with the stones, but to let them do their thing, this is really, really good stuff. This, by the way, sold out in its debut. It is back in stock. And to celebrate that, first day ever on 5 easy payments. I love it when a ring like this, when you put your fingers together, you can't even tell where the stones end and the ring begins. Look at the lift on that. But for me, really, this is all about color. Now, speaking of mines that are out of production, right? We just talked about that with the Sleeping Beauty turquoise. The mine which creates these rubies has not been open for over 20 years. So how is it possible that we got our hands on these stones? Well, our gem expert, his name is Peyton Kelly, you've probably seen him here on air many times, was in Thailand talking to a gem collector there. He actually showed a picture of this last time he was on with this ring. Dug into the fellow's vault to look at his goods and discovered a bag full of rubies. Don't you wish you had a bag full of rubies in your vault somewhere? And managed to get us a great value on them so that we could turn these into a ring. But we had to engineer the ring around these stones because they were already cut. What you see is what we managed to get our hands on. So this really is, it's almost like a bespoke or couture or really designed exclusively for QVC piece of gemstone jewelry. And when you consider the fact that you're getting 3.7 carats of Thai ruby, which as you can see on your screen, separates itself from other rubies in its color and its saturation. I think the way I described it as berry really kind of nails it, right? It's almost like a raspberry color. Here's that story again about the best of the best. When you tune into a Destination Gemstone show, you're not just seeing what we managed to get our hands on. That's not how we work. We want you to be impressed, even, or I would say especially if you've been shopping gemstones for decades. And you come to QVC and you go, I've never heard of that stone. Or I've heard of that stone, I've never seen that carat weight. I've never seen it cut like that. I've never seen it set like that. The pieces that you can't find at brick and mortar retail. And all of that being said, nearly 4 carats of rubies, what kind of price tag do you think of in your head? Because I don't think 5 easy payments of $51.95. But remember, the first time, the only time that we presented this, it did sell out. Now I want to show to you a matching pendant because as rare as these stones are, I'm impressed that we were able to get it to you in a pendant and chain as well. And that too features nearly 3 carats of rubies. If you love the color of these stones, or maybe you're gifting this, I know we can't get it to you in time for Christmas, but think about those after Christmas gifts and who you're going to see after the holidays. Woo-hoo. Let's get a measure on that. Bail to bottom, 1 1/4 inch. By the way, only 4 dozen remain on the pendant, so less than 50 of you across this great nation will get your hands on that, so why not? It's not getting a full presentation, but I just had to give you a look. Or maybe you're really treating yourself today and you want to get both pieces. But the item number for the ring is J294206. In the ring, we started with 200. Oh no, we have 4 dozen remaining. We're at last call in sizes 5, 9, and 10. And then we may have to bid farewell again. All right. Now here's the information on the pendant, but I don't know, it's just a few of those available. Maybe the only time I give you this info. Fewer than 4 dozen remain. $279.50 for 2.8 carats of Thai ruby. It's J295231. You get the 18-inch chain as well. And still to come, remember, 2 hours, 2 picks of the show, and apparently I've got some gem lovers watching. It's like our own little secret club. Why do I say that? Because already 100 of you have said, love the ring, Jen, not waiting for the presentation. This is the first day we're presenting this on 5 easy payments. Australian opal, blue topaz, last day